everyone. Today's unboxing is a book unboxing, and I am not surprised by what is in this envelope. I already know what's in it. I'm unboxing it to share it with you. So here is my disclosure. I am on this author's launch team for this particular book, so just letting you know that right up front, and I'm gonna rave. I haven't even read the book yet, and I'm gonna rave about it. So, December 2022, there is a new release coming. There is a new release coming by the author Amanda Dykes. She writes Christian fiction. She does a lot of Christian fiction that's like, sometimes it's dual timeline, where she writes in two different time frames. I'm not sure if all her books are that way, but the ones that I've read have been. I've only read two of them. Unfortunately, I still have a few of her others on my shelf waiting to be read. So this is her December release. And I am proud to say that I am on her launch team for it. So I'm sharing it with everybody. This is my copy of the book to read. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in. Well, I would if I could get it open. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to be subtle about it. There we go. Oh, goodness. All right. Okay. So here we have it. By Amanda Dykes. It's All the Lost Places. It is, I'm going to tell you about the blurb and everything, but I want to tell you, just look at this cover. Just look at this cover. Look at the L and the P in Lost Places, how it's got the swirlies around it. It's got the title, and her name is raised. Beautiful cover. Just a beautiful cover. This is a gondola. We are sitting in a gondola looking out into Venice. The story is about Venice. So let me show you what I got as part of the team. Well, I got this might be on the back of the book. No, okay. So once upon the dawn of time, there was water. Before there were stars, before the Maker set life into earth, breathed breath into lungs, beast or man to roam, there was water, dark and reaching. In the centuries since, these eternity-touched waters bore up tempest-tossed ships, stacked themselves into shimmering walls of parted sea to make way for an impossible escape. And then, in a time of quiet obscurity, whispered a lullaby in Venetian canals one night as a babe slumbered, tucked safe inside a tight woven basket. A tiny boat for a tiny boy, beneath the midnight lament of the bells of San Marco. So begins All the Lost Places, in the account of Sebastian Travado and his search for his own tale, a story that could well hold the future of Venice. Though set during two eras deep in history, my hope is that the themes of hope, courage, light, identity, and belonging will reach across the decades and find a way to bolster your own heart too. So this is her gift to me for being on the launch team. I am going to set this over here. So I have a book plate. Courage kept and hope beget. The story is not finished yet. And then I have a bookmark from Ansel by the Sea in Maine. That was Whose Waves These Are, which I actually did read that one. Very good. Here's the bookmark for that. And then that poem in a bookmark itself with little tassel on it. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the book. Isn't it beautiful? Amanda Dykes, I've read two others of her books. She's written more, and I can I just say that she is a poet, truly. There is, I say that I'm not a poet person. I don't really care for poems, so I don't read a lot of poetry and stuff. But there's something poetic and lyrical about the way that she writes that really just grabs me. And if that's the case for me, who's not really into poetry, must that be like for people who really are, you know? She is just a wonderful storyteller. And I love that this is set in Venice. I don't think I've read any fiction book set in Venice. Okay, so here we have when all of Venice is unmasked. One man's identity remains a mystery. So we have 1807. When a baby is discovered floating in a basket among the quiet canals of Venice, a guild of artisans takes him in and raises him as a son skilled in each of their trades. Although the boy, Sebastian Trovato, is wrestled with questions of his origins, it isn't until a woman washes ashore on his lagoon island that answers begin to emerge. In hunting down his story, Sebastian must make a choice that could alter not just his own future, but also that of the beloved floating city. And then we have 1904. Daniel Goodman is given a fresh start in life as the century turns. Hoping to redeem a past laden with regrets, he is sent on an assignment from California to Venice to procure and translate a rare book. There, he discovers a city of colliding hope and decay, much like his own life, and a mystery wrapped in the pages of the filigree-covered volume. With the help of Vittoria, a bookshop keeper, Daniel finds himself in a web of shadows, secrets, and discoveries, carefully kept within the stones and canals of the ancient city, and in the mystery of the man whose story the book does not finish, Sebastian Trovato. Okay, so like I said, this comes out in December of 2022. Look, it's got a map. And yes, I'm going to share the first page, which is the prologue. Well, which is pretty much what she said over here, but I'm going to read it again. Once upon the dawn of time, there was water. Before there were stars, before the Maker set life into the earth, breath into lungs, beast or man to roam, there was water, dark and reaching, stirred not by wind, but by the Spirit of the Almighty himself. Once upon the dawn of time, water discovered its eternal dance partners, shadow and light. The trio waltzed, webbing diamonds into depths, scattering stardust over peaked waves, spinning gold over ripples. These ancient waters have never left. They travel around and around, over and over, time without end, from sea to sky, raining back down into the hands of man. In the centuries since, these eternity-touched waters bore up tempest-tossed ships, retreated in shivering obedience to the command, be still, furled and stacked themselves into shimmering walls of parted sea to make way for an impossible escape, have been struck from rock, sprung from geysers, coursed through rivers, tumbled with abandon over falls, carried the fleet of the great explorer Marco Polo to the great beyond and back again to Venetia. And then, in a time of quiet obscurity, whispered a lullaby in those Venetian canals one night as a babe slumbered, tucked safe into a tightly woven basket. A tiny boat for a tiny boy. Currents delivering him toward an orphanage beneath the midnight lament of the bells of San Marco. Okay, I can't read anymore. I just wanted to whet your appetite for it. But you see what I mean about the poet, the poem, the poetry within that? Now, granted, that was very poetic. Maybe a little too much for some. But the book itself, or the story itself, won't be that immersive. But she is a fabulous storyteller. I highly recommend her. I was super excited to be called to put on her launch team. So go check her out. I can highly recommend Whose Waves These Are. That was the first book I think I read by her. Maybe, I can't remember. I can't remember. Like I said, she's written a couple of several, and I have not read them all. So, yeah, so go out and check her out. If the book's not released yet, check out for pre-order, or, put in your order at your library, or definitely check her out. Highly recommend her. So that is going to be it for today's unboxing video. If you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my unboxings. And as always, I love your comments. What did you think of this? What did you think of the story? What did you think of the prologue wording? What did you think of the cover? Or if you just want to say hi, give me a shout out, say hi. That's okay too. Or, by the way, you can congratulate Amanda on her new release if you want to do that as well. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.